Many of us on this planet have started out with a very interesting early childhood that was either challenging or confusing. And out of that, I think a lot of us started to ask in those early years the big questions. Some of us never do. Some of us never are curious enough about what the planet is about, what reality is about, what is life and death about, why are we here, where are we going. But today, we're going to explore some of that. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
These times can feel heavy, like the world forgot how to hold us. But in the red rocks of Sedona, something is growing, a place to be exactly who you are, to dance, to heal, to be held. We're not waiting for a better world. We're building it. Together. This is Humankind. Come home.
Yes, we are back with the Kathleen Francis Show, and I am Kathleen. So we had a very wonderful reaction to our show last time with our guest, Michelle Phillips, who is in the spiritual realm, many things. She is a healer. She is a workshop leader. She does private sessions. She is a medium and has conquered many things in her lifetime that are quite extraordinary. She was a forerunner way back in her early years of the things that she brought forward that are now very mainstream. And she was cutting, pioneering aspects of what the spirituality of this world is about. And so we are going to have a very interesting conversation again with her today. Michelle Phillips, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Kathleen. It's an honor to be here with you
Wow.
again. And after last week, when we were talking about what's going on in the world with so many people leaving, and I just really wanted to come back on and support you and others that are going through so much, because you're in the middle of this loss and grief of your nephew leaving. Yeah,
Yep.
it's really tough
It is.
to lose someone that we love. And people always ask me, because I am a medium, I spend a lot of time in spirit, what happens to someone when they leave this world? Where do they go? You know, and when people leave, we always, usually they will try to communicate with us. And how do they communicate with us? So I really want to talk more about that so that people that have lost loved ones can start looking at the signs of how the loved one is trying to communicate with us. And as I explained last week, I lost my son, Frank. And even though I have counseled so many people that have lost loved ones, I didn't know if I was going to get through it, just the heartbreak of it. And he immediately started communicating with me. And it's interesting because in the spirit world, they have access to computer systems or whatever, because they many times will communicate with us through numbers. So when Frank passed, his wife went home that night and told their daughter, you know, that Daddy was gone. And she said it was like 1:32 in the morning and they were crying. And Monica asked Danila, the daughter, do you want Daddy to communicate with us through numbers? And she said yes. And all of a sudden, Monica's phone was across the room, like 1:32 in the morning, and it just lights up. So she walks over, runs over and looks at it. It's 11:11.
Oh.
And so after Frank passed, just all these numbers kept coming through. So many times our loved ones will communicate with us through numbers. But it's good to really start figuring out how your loved one communicates with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know, because they might be trying to reach us, but we may not be paying attention.
Yeah.
I know a few nights ago, I was feeling like this funny vibration up in the left side of my head. And I thought, is there a bug on my hair?
Yeah.
And I kept scratching it, no, and then it'd come back. And so I started talking to Jamey. I said, is that you?
Yeah. And earlier, even last week, Jamey's saying he wants to communicate with you. And so he's showing you signs of when he is here, you will know the frequency of it. So it's definitely, like you said, kind of a tingling in the head or whatever. And our loved ones will come through people they can communicate with.
Ah, yeah.
So my brother lost his daughter through a drug overdose about 2 years before I lost Frank. And my brother and I were not close. He thought I was crazy in the work I did and all that.
Yeah, I understand that.
So many times going through this kind of loss, also people start waking up. They start looking for ways to heal. So his daughter Candace leaves, and she knew she could communicate through me. So she immediately starts talking to me and wants me to call my brother and give him this information. I mean, she's, come on, Auntie, please, 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 you know. So I call him and I said, I hope you don't think I'm overstepping my boundaries, but Candace is here and she wants to communicate with you. And then every day she was coming through and bringing more information to him. And he knew it wasn't from me because I didn't know what was going on, you know. And then he wasn't going to have a service for her. It's emotional for me. I said, Mike, please have a service for her. And then the whole family came together. It was such a beautiful completion and new beginning for him, you know, for the family. It was beautiful. Although it's painful, it's still beautiful. Send off, yeah. So then when Frank passed, Mike immediately contacted me. He said, I'm on my way, I booked a ticket. Because Frank was in Hawaii, you know?
Oh.
So immediately, I mean, before Candace passed and she was communicating with me, with my brother, he thought I was out to lunch. But then,
Out there.
yeah. But then from that experience of the loss, he started awakening spiritually. And instead of thinking I was crazy, you know, there's something happening here. So like I said, then when Frank passed, he immediately contacted me. I booked a ticket, I'm on my way.
Wow.
So the healing takes place. And many times, there's another woman I've been working with in Sweden who lost her daughter this year to a car accident or whatever. Just couldn't get through it. And same thing, I was at doing the expo in Stockholm, and I have this book, Surfing Through Heaven's Doorways, that Frank and I did after he passed. So a friend of hers bought the book. And when I realized it was for her, you know, I thought, oh my God, this is too soon for her to read this. But it wasn't. It really opened her up. And then she did my workshop, and then her daughter started communicating with her.
Oh, wow.
So she probably would not have done that before picking up the book and understanding more of what's happening in spirit on the other side.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, Michelle, I mean, it's here. What I feel is that, you know, sometimes I just yearn to be on the other side because I know it's wonderful. They're fine. It's the rest of us that are left here to deal with the big void, the hole that person leaves. Especially, like, for instance, someone, you know, Jamey was a big energy in the whole community. So it's like, you know, I mean, the people kept coming to my brother's house one after another, not even announced. They just kept coming and coming, and it was like almost overwhelming for my brother and his wife, Annette, and Lindsay, his sister. And it's one of the big challenges, and any insight you can give about how people can deal with that loss.
yeah. Well, you and I were talking about it. Like, what do you say to someone?
Oh, God.
You know, it's really tough when someone, especially I think losing a child or a young person. And I was thinking about that this morning. My aunt, who I adored, got married, I think, when she was 70 or whatever. And she and her husband were so in love. He died 3 months later. And I was young, and I can remember writing her a letter. And through my young mind, I'm thinking, well, if I don't mention him, she won't think about it. You always think about it. It never leaves that kind of loss.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So what do you say to people? I mean, I'm sorry. There's not much more you can say, you know. I'm sorry for your loss. If you need me, you know, I'm here for you, whatever. If you're close enough for them like that.
Yeah.
So after Frank left, I mean, so many were at his service, in Hawaii, all family and everything. But then everyone leaves and they go back to their own lives. And like my sister Melody, lived in Honolulu with him. She was heartbroken, and then she was there by herself. So people go on with their own lives, and those of us that have the hole in the heart are left with the hole in the heart. So this woman in Sedona, I came back to Sedona after all of this, and she would just contact me every day, thinking about you, how you doing? Every day she did that, and it really helped me to get through it, to know I just was not alone here in this. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
And I think, my mother, I lost her when I was 5.
Yeah.
And the family never spoke about her. I heard little bits and pieces about her from neighbors or from other people, but my father never spoke of her because, of course, she committed suicide. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was that it was like she didn't exist. And, I had photographs and I had a hope chest of her things that I would periodically go through all of the things that were in that, big cedar chest. But I think, keeping someone alive
Absolutely.
matters.
It is. Because other people go on with their lives, and then they don't really want to talk about the person.
Because
with
it's
my
like a
aunt.
sore. It's
Yeah,
like a wound that you don't want to.
Yeah, to bring up again. But it's there, and it really helps to have their memory with you, and for people to honor them with you and the life they've had and what we've shared together. It's really important.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's great. I know that there were some other things that you and I talked about that you wanted to bring forward today in our show. So,
Okay. One of the things was people ask me, what's it like when you leave this world? you know, um, and it's pretty magnificent, is what I can say. Like you move from third dimensional pain, reality. And I was talking about it last week when I went through the review room, with spirit, and I'm looking down here. Oh my God, I got to be on the earth plane. Look what I got to do there. So you're not in the emotions of it. There's just pure essence of love, of the highest consciousness, and of the oneness. And I was thinking about that this morning also. Everyone's talking about the oneness. What is the oneness, So when we are created, we're one cell consciousness. Creation is one expanded cell.
like
ourselves
God the
souls.
Father, so to speak, or the
Mother, yeah.
monad. There's different names. All the different religions and other
Yeah.
practices they all have a term.
They
That,
do.
we, the Christian people that think of Jesus and or
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh,
Yeah.
that's a representation
Mm-hmm.
of the one. But the one is the big kahuna.
It is that everyone is experiencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether they know it or not.
Right. And any religion and
Absolutely.
any
yeah.
practice.
So the oneness, what the Creator has shown me, we are one cell consciousness. We call ourselves souls, but we're really cells.
Cells
Yeah.
of the one.
Yeah, of the one. And just like in our bodies, as our cells interact and communicate with each other all the time, as souls or cells, we're doing the same thing with each other. Our systems are always interacting and communicating with what's going on in the world, with each other, with intentions. And when we understand that, we're going to start watching or thinking about where we have our energy, where we're plugged in. And I want to come back to that in just a minute.
Give us a little, when you say where we put our energy, you mean where whatever our attention is on?
Attention.
Attention and intention.
Yeah. So I want to show this. So this came through me after I was with this woman in Sweden that was promoting me. And we became friends because she was going through a dark night of the soul similar to what I had gone through. And she keeps talking about it, and I said, I know it, I've got it, I understand it, and I don't want to hear about it.
So in other words, it's like, I know what you're telling me, but I don't want to.
Well, because I could feel the fear inside of me opening up to what she was going through, and it was horrific when I was going through it. I didn't know if I was going to get through it, you know. So here she keeps talking about it. I can actually feel my subconscious opening up to those old memories and downloading them. So then the Creator said to me that my etheric body, we have a collective DNA system here, is always, always, always matching and merging with its environment. So the Creator was showing me my system, the etheric, the collective DNA, was matching with hers. And anything that's in the etheric body is going to activate the physical body. So it was opening me back up to the experience of what I'd gone through.
Crazy, because this morning something came to me on my phone, and as I was driving in, this was exactly what you're talking about, synchronicity again. That what your frequency, they were talking about that we all have, like Jesus had a halo, we have halos,
We do.
whether we realize it or not. And if it was an interesting teaching that they talked about, you know, and I'm sure you can explain what we are, as you say, matching and merging with. We have to be careful.
We're energy. We're energy beings, for sure. you
Yes.
know. So, like, there's so much going on in the world right now with the shadow and doom and gloom and all that. And so it wants to pull you in, that shadow energy. If you're watching the news, watching Facebook or anything, scrolling, all this negative duality stuff is coming up. And sometimes it's hard not to watch it because the intention of it is to pull us into it. But if we're really watching it, what happens then, our whole etheric body is going to pick it up and you're going to bring it into you. And if it's in you, it's like an old tape or CD. It just keeps going round and round and round, where it's hard to let go of it. Your subconscious is plugged into it, your conscious mind. And what happens then is the light of who we are is supporting that dark force energy. The shadow, we're giving it our light, our energy, and our life force. We're empowering it, we're making it stronger.
Yeah, that doesn't, it's hard for people to understand that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really requires that, you know, I mean, some people
Intention.
never read a book about it. There are a lot of people, we are in the 1% is what I was told. And most people don't want to ask those big questions because, you know, too many people feel like, so what, or, you know, I have to do my job today. I've got to go to work. I've got to take care of my kids. You know, we get.
But this is simple when you understand this.
Yeah.
That we're always, always matching and merging with our environment. And what happens, again, anything that's in the collective DNA system is going to come into our physical. And we're multidimensional beings. We've had so many lifetimes. So inside of us, in our cells, tissues, organs, or whatever, if we have memories of other lifetimes that were harmful or hurt or shadow or whatever, it's going to activate that. And then you're carrying all these emotions, you know, like, who am I? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So it's really important to choose the light. We are light beings, we're creator beings, and we are portals of light. And it's amazing because the more we connect our collective DNA, etheric DNA, to the light, then when we're around people, because we're ourselves, you know, are going to start interacting with the other person and turn the cells of light on in them. And this amazing healing takes place. You experience that in your shop.
Oh, yes.
People come in, and because you're
do.
such a cheerleader and love, when they leave, it's like they feel
They want to
free
hug
and
me.
happy.
People start to cry.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what you're doing. It's like,
Yeah.
and I don't do anything. I'm just being.
Being it, yeah.
Yeah.
So the more we become that, again, then people walk into your shop, people, if we're in a grocery store, wherever we are, our light is going to start activating those memories in people.
I always laugh. I say people think they're coming in to buy something, but they're probably just coming in to connect.
Be nice if they do buy something.
It would be nice. And we'll be right back right after this. Okay, everybody, we're talking about wellness, and we're talking about presenting something for you to put your body in the most perfect condition that you could by putting attention to it. So I want you to know about Mike Govoni and his center in Sedona, Arizona. Tell everybody what we can do to be a rejuvenated and healthy person.
Yeah, so my name is Mike Govoni. I'm the founder of Sedona Detox and Wellness. We are a high-end wellness center here in the beautiful land of Sedona, Arizona, and we have high-end technologies to support people's health optimization, their wellness, their mitochondrial health. So if you want to feel your best, come on over to Sedona Detox and Wellness, and you can find us at sedonadetoxandwellness.com.
Beautiful. Be there. All right. Another thing that's always a challenge, often causes conflicts between people. I mean, I have studied every religion. Those of you that know me, I went to China, I had experiences there, I went to India, I have Muslim friends, and etc. And one of the things that seems to separate us are the very things that should not separate us. And so I'm going to ask Michelle to kind of give us an understanding about the differences that we practice and how that affects the collective and individually. So what can you share about that, Michelle?
Well, my experience is if you're down here, you're Christian, you're Muslim, Sikh, whatever, you agreed to have that experience. It's something for some reason your soul needed to understand. Maybe in another lifetime you were Christian and hated Muslims. So you're going to come back in this lifetime as a Muslim and you're going to have people prejudiced against you. So it's like coming full circle, having every understanding here. So when I was speaking to the Creator about this, what I was being shown is like if someone is Christian and we go up into the higher realms, of course we're going to connect to Jesus and our whole team, our whole Christian team or whatever, whoever they were, whoever they are. So it would be a little challenging for a Muslim or Sikh or something to move out of their consciousness, belief systems,
and meet Yeshua
and energy, and there is Jesus, or Yeshua standing there. So what I was being shown is when they leave this lifetime and they move up through the different realms, they're going to go into a dimension of their experience and belief system.
Their belief system.
Yeah, absolutely. And they will experience their loved ones there. I mean, they're coming home to what they believed the earth plane was. And then after they go through the review room and they've made contact with loved ones and all of this, then they start moving into higher vibrations of themselves, where they move out of duality, out of any religious beliefs or stories, just back into the oneness, into the light of which we're first created.
Even their own identity of that lifetime they lived. I know Jonathan Ashford talks about, the fact that, that's exactly was his experience. I've referred to him, he was dead for 3 hours, which was very unusual for anybody to get back in the body after being dead for 3 hours, but that's what he did. And then he had a second near-death experience too. And I know you traveled with me when I had my near-death experience and pulled me back. And I was happy up there. It's like, and then I hear they were a little bit rude. They said, Kathleen, get your ass back down there. There's work to be done. Yeah. So, and I know that review that you talked about how excited you were because you shared with me, you got, and I'm sure Jamey's life review, all the things that he did and all the things that he was. And I mean, he was a big energy.
He's dancing up there.
Yeah, and people were commenting to me how he was always smiling, always so full of joy.
That's what he's doing now. I mean, he's teasing, but kind of dancing, a little bit, and like kind of tap dancing or something, and just showing the freedom and the light of who he is and how happy he is, and the gift to be able to be in these dimensions to serve on a higher level, to be able to serve people down here.
Wow.
And crack open so many people. I want you to read, please, the what he had posted on his Facebook account.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want me to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because I believe that souls know that when we're going to start leaving.
11:44.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Jamie. Yeah. And he said, the last few years have taught me that when it is our time to leave this world, no one can stop it. And I read that and I went, oh my gosh. We have one life to live. The material things we invest in are left behind only to be discarded. Memories are important to me. I'm going to start a reunion of friends, in quotes he put.
Yeah.
The idea is to see who reads a post without a picture. If no one reads my post, this will be a very short experiment. But you are reading this message, and if you are, make a comment using a single word about how we met.
Yeah.
And after that, copy this message on your wall, and I will also leave you a word. Please don't leave a word and then not bother doing it.
Yeah. But it's the first part that I'm really interested
I
in here.
know.
Yeah. Where souls know that maybe their time is going to be limited here. And
Yeah.
he did know that.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's shaking his head. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
God, he's really happy. I see him, kind of dancing around, joyful. He's going like this with his heart.
Oh.
Yeah. He's beautiful soul.
He was something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying he still is.
I'm sure that's
He has
Jamie.
great humor. Yeah. So you had asked me, we talked about this a little bit, how people communicate with me
Oh, yes.
from the other side. I never thought I'm going to be a medium. It just happened. They just started coming to me. I think because I'm working spirit so much, But first I want to go back to the conversation we were having, like if you were a different belief system or religion or whatever, when you move into the higher realms. We're multidimensional souls. So the aspect of the higher self, like from this lifetime, that say Muslim or whatever, there are many aspects of you that stay in that dimension that can interact and communicate with people that are still on the earth and grieving or going through the loss of, whoever we are. But then our soul moves into higher vibrations. And again, as they do, we move through any of the old stories, any of the old belief systems, any religions, any prejudice. I mean, all that stuff is gone. And we just move into the higher light of who and what our soul is. And from there, we decide, okay, am I going to come back or am I going to hang out here for a while? What am I going to do? So you have a whole team that works with you.
Wow.
That's up there, yeah. And then many times you don't come back right away. You're studying, you're taking classes. So many times people really want to stay and become spirit guides. They want to assist people down here. And sometimes they've been spirit guides and came down here for a refresher course, which
what
is
it's like to be here.
yeah, and that's what my son Frank said. When he was down here, he was going through a refresher course because he's a really high being, and he was when he was here, but certainly more so now. So many times, if they have a high consciousness, they'll come down here now to experience emotions because up there, there's only love. We don't know what people down here are going through any longer.
Yeah.
So if they're going to be working with people from the higher realms, they have to have an understanding of emotions and what's happening in our timeline down here now.
Now, you suggested that you could take people through a process. Do you think we can do that now?
Yes, yeah. But one more thing I wanted to say
Yeah.
about, so how people communicate with me, we were talking about.
Oh,
it.
yes.
Okay, like I see your nephew there, and he's communicating, and I just know what he's saying. He's laughing, I can see him, the joy in him. And sometimes people will, like when my niece passed, she absolutely gave me information, you know, word by word, what to send to my brother. And other times that will happen when other people pass too. Their loved one on the other side will say, please give this message to whoever.
Yes.
So when that happens, I feel their energy and the words come through me.
Ah.
But it's their energy coming through my voice.
Yeah.
But many times I will also hear their voice and who they are. It just depends.
Yes.
Depends on the soul or the person.
Sure.
So when I do private sessions with people, when we with spirit, we always go in with the person and their loved one, you know, that's left, and we will clear any of the karmic debris, you know, any of the lessons that they've come down here to go through together. We'll clear it out, and then we bring the loved ones to them. So instead of me saying, okay, your loved one wants to say this to you or whatever, their loved one comes and really starts communicating with them. So then they feel their loved one with them. They can experience. So then they have the conversation instead of it coming through me. And then they usually hug each other and feel the love, and then that completion.
Oh, I'm glad you said you shared that information.
Yeah.
And people can come and connect with you at your website, which is
soulsawakening.com.
soulsawakening.com.
Souls, yes, awakening.com.
I just want to make sure that people know that little distinction.
Yeah.
And we'll have that up on the screen so that people can see that as well.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
So I do want to take everyone through a little clearing. As I was showing you, our etheric body matches and merges with its environment. It picks up everything. And we have so much going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
So Spirit really wants to assist to just clear some of this out of you today. Okay. I want you to get a sense of or imagine a path in front of you today. And not where you're going down it. Just whatever it looks like or feels like. And it could be a path in the woods, could be a path you walked on, it could be a path as a child, it could even be the road in front of your house. So don't go try to change it, just however it comes to you. Just take a deep breath and allow this path, and many times a path will come to you and it doesn't look very inviting, it might look dark with branches and all that. Allow that to come to you. And down this path in the distance now, your higher self is coming up in front of you. And as it's coming up in front of you, it's coming out of this golden portal or orb of light. And as your higher self is coming to you, what does it look like or feel like today? As it comes to you, it might look like you, it might look like an energy, it might just be a light, it might look like an angel. Maybe you're from the angelic realms. It might look like the Christ, just however it comes to you. And as it's coming up in front of you, it's just stepping into you and filling you up and expanding through all of your bodies and systems. Just filling you up, filling you up, filling you up. And as it does, our whole collective spiritual team is here. My team is here. Your highest light team is here. And they all work together. So they're all here now. And they're just going into your whole etheric body, the collective DNA system. And they're going to start clearing all of these old stories and patterns and grief and hurt and loss and pain and just all that old energy, the hopelessness, helplessness, and feelings of not being good enough, not being valuable, and all of the fear that's going on in our world right now. There's so much of it. Fear of not surviving. And I talk to people spiritually and they're, I'm afraid I'm not going to make it. If your intention is to heal in this lifetime, you've already made it. In the future, of course, you're making it. You made it. So they're just going in again into your whole energy body, etheric body. They're opening up and they're just unplugging you. Like absolutely going in, like taking plugs and pulling them out of you. They're going into your spine, your nervous system. They're going into all your chakras, front and back, and just opening your whole chakra system up. They're going into your third eye. And as they go into the third eye, they're just opening it up and just clearing so many of these old stories and energies out of the third eye, the I am. They're going into all compartments of your brain, opening your brain up, clearing these energies up and out of you. In your spine, your nervous system. They're going in between your bodies and clearing any old codes or contracts out. So going into your cells, your tissues, your organs, unplugging these old codes, contracts, pulling them out of you. And now my son Frank that works with me is here, and he with the team, they're going into your heart. And the Creator is showing me that our heart has a map of every experience we've ever gone through. So they're just going into your heart's map now and very slowly opening it up. And as they open it up, they're going into this childhood. This childhood, this lifetime is a collective past life. So everything that's going on has gone in your childhood that has shaped you into who you are now. So as they're going into the map, they're going into these old stories in the childhood that no longer serve you. They're going into the relationships with their mother, father, any of the negative pain. Again, opening it up, clearing it out. As they're going further into the heart's map, they're opening it up, pulling more and more of this energy up and out of you. Again, they're going in between your bodies and your whole collective DNA, opening it up, clearing it up. Your root chakra and into the second chakra. And what I've been shown, the second chakra is actually the karmic chakra. When I look into people's bodies and systems, I can see their relationship with their mother, father, but it was like what it was in the womb when the mother was pregnant with them, and all this ancestral energy. So they're clearing it out of your second chakra, again, out of all your chakra systems, as they're going further into your heart's map, through this childhood. They're going into your parents' ancestral emotions that you are carrying. So much of what you're living now isn't even yours. It's your parents' emotions that you have taken on and are living. So they're going into the heart's map again, all the ancestral energy, the emotions your parents were carrying that have been handed down to you. Just opening it up now and pulling it out. And Frank is putting his hand in the center of your heart, and he's just pulling this old knot of energy, this old stuck energy. It actually looks like a crystal. So they're just opening it up, they're pulling it out of the center of your heart, your core. And as it comes out of your heart, it's just being cleared out of all your bodies and systems. Again, your cells, your tissues, your organs, your DNA, the collective DNA, your ancestral DNA system. And as you're clearing this energy out of you, I want you to imagine a stage that's in the center of your heart's map. And I want you to get a sense of or imagine yourself standing on the stage with your whole spiritual team, whoever they may be. And if you don't know who they are, it's okay. They know. So as you're standing on the stage, they're staying with you, standing with you. Your heart and higher self is opening up now and connecting to theirs as a team is clearing more of this old energy up and out of you. Any of the hurt, again, a lot of old self-worth issues, the hopelessness being pulled out of everyone now. The fear of the world, of what's going on now, the division just being opened up and cleared out of you. And again, as you're standing there with your spiritual team, your heart and higher self is connecting to theirs. And as you're standing there with them, do they see you or feel you as one of them? Yes, they do, because you are. Can you get a sense of yourself as one of them? And as you're standing with them and we're going into the heart's map with them, they're just activating all these karmic cords, contracts that you have with everyone from this lifetime, other lifetimes. And these cords and contracts are being activated in your cells, again, tissues, organs, body, spine, nervous system, between your bodies. And the whole team is just cutting these cords and contracts, very deep going into them, and just clearing them out of you and everyone there, just clearing them out of all your bodies and systems, opening them up, pulling this old energy up and out of you. And as they're clearing it out of you, we're going to go through your root, up through your whole body, your core, out your pineal gland, which is your DNA connection to Christ, Mother, Father, God, Creator, your whole team. The higher consciousness is in the DNA. As they're just opening it up now, the pineal gland. And so many beautiful colors are opening up. And as they do, they're moving through the new world, the new earth, into what the Creator calls beyond the beyond, where there's no story. And we're moving further up into the primordial light from which you're first created. And this highest consciousness of creation is coming back down through you, through your whole core, out your root. It's just filling your whole etheric body up. The collective DNA is just being activated now. Your cells are being activated into this crystalline consciousness of who you really are. So much is being activated within you, through you. Again, the light's moving through you, through your root, out the bottom of your feet, and into the heart and soul of Mother, Father, Earth. As they put their hands on the bottom of your feet, as you are awakening into the portal that you are within yourself now, the light of who you are. It's being activated in your cells, your tissues, your organs. Your chakras are opening up into the higher chakra system of God creation, just filling you up. And as you're standing there with your whole team on the path, on the stage, we're going in again, and with them, just doing massive soul retrieval, bringing the aspects of you that were left in any of those old stories, belief systems, whatever, and just bringing your light, your love, your wholeness, your happiness, your joy, your freedom, a higher consciousness of your being. Just filling you back up now. Again, and it's just running through you like this river of light. And every color now has a sound. So just get a sense of your system, this crystalline system now, just becoming a musical. And it is playing your soul's song, your soul's energy throughout your whole body and system. And now Archangel Michael and the team, they're just wrapping layers of blue around you, through you, and they're sending aqua turquoise into your heart and your thymus. The Creator is saying the thymus is the new chakra for the new lifetime in which you're shifting through and into, and the color is aqua turquoise. So your whole system's just filling up now with this beautiful aqua turquoise energy and the golden light of the Christ, the I Am presence totally filling your whole system up, and the violet flame of the I Am, again filling your system up, coming into all your bodies, your cells, your tissues, your organs. Beautiful. And now my son Frank is putting a crystal ball in the center of your heart. And this crystal ball is the magnificence of who you are, multidimensionally. And this crystal ball is opening up, and it's sending new codes into you now. And everything is mass, so that it's sending new codes into you. Your body's filling up with these mathematical equations. Consciousness. Beautiful. And just get a sense of or imagine your path in front of you again. And what does it look like or feel like now? Does it look like it's any lighter? Has it shifted at all? Because you are your path in life. And every time we go within and clear this old energy up and out, your path opens up, it's easier to be on. That means your journey in life becomes easier to be on. And once again, just get a sense of or imagine your higher I Am self coming up in front of you. And as it comes up in front of you, it's just stepping into, filling you up, and just expanding through all of your bodies and systems. And what does your higher self look like or feel like now? Just allow yourself to be able to breathe into the higher consciousness of yourself. And again, we're going through your root, up through your whole core, through the new world, the new earth, to beyond the beyond and the primordial light. And I just want to say a little closing kind of prayer here. So Mother, Father, God, Creator, and you can repeat this after me, the I Am of all that is. I now set the intention and command that every cell of my body, that all consciousness, unconsciousness, collective consciousness, subconsciousness of my being now awakens, knows, and remembers that my heart is your heart, that my mind is your mind. All that you are, I am. And I now experience all life through the divine essence of the Christ I Am of all that is. Just allow this energy to come down through you again, through your root, the bottom of your feet, as Mother, Father, Earth have their hands on the bottom of your feet and grounding you to the earth. As once again you become the portal of light between heaven and earth. We're just going to say thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, because in the higher dimensions it is, and so it is. So just take a few deep breaths. Just get a sense of yourself totally back in the room and back in your body. Breathe into your higher self's energy, the primordial light from which you're first created, and allow this light to come down and heal any imbalances that are going on within you now. Heal your heart. Beautiful. So thank you very much. I'm honored to be able to bring this healing through from Spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So, Michelle, once again, I just want to thank you so much for being on my show. And what I actually, I mean, we could do 10 shows with you, no doubt, with all of the wonderful aspects of what you bring forward to us. So, once again, we thank everybody for tuning in, and we will make sure that you get as much information about Michelle Phillips and what she can do as a partner in this experience of life with you on this interesting path that we seem to all find ourselves on. And so with that, we thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.